Yes guys, it's Snag Show. We're going to be checking out some of the crazy snags we've found this week. Let's move into this 3-bedroom property and see what we can find. Straight away, doing a basic plumbing check, we've unearthed a pretty serious leak that needs attention. Now this is a pretty serious fire safety failing. Fire can get into that floor void and spread very quickly. Moving here, we've had some fixings that have actually been super glued into position. If you ever seen anything like it, we've got loose switch plates, come on, these need to be sorted. We've got leak stains on the ceiling, this needs to be investigated and sorted immediately. For the size of the grill, we're expecting a massive opening, but nope, we've got 2 tiny knot throughs, not required. We've got a poor joinery standard on display throughout the property. This needs much improvement for the homeowner. We've got damage to the UPVC French door leaf. This is going to need to be repaired. And this is a massive failing. Technical standard done incorrectly. Fire stopping missing between the neighbouring property. It's difficult to believe that this property has been handed over in this fashion. Check this out. What on earth was they thinking? Moving around the property, you can see we've got a large opening around that solvent pipe. This needs to be addressed immediately. Plumber's decided just to keep all his gear underneath the bath. I'm not sure what for, but it should have been cleaned out, I know that much. Checking these floor levels, you can see we've got inconsistencies. It's outside of tolerance. It needs to be reviewed, guys. Moving on to the appliances, you can see the gas hob has not been secured correctly. Looking at the boiler, there was a concern with the boiler. Incorrect fittings were used and the manufacturer wouldn't work on the boiler until it was rectified. It's just not acceptable, is it? Look at the finish around the pipework. This needs to be tidied. It's a quick one and it's an easy fix, but it should be better. Drop the laser. We're having a look. That newel post is 30mm out of plumb. Needs to be better. Now check out the head of this window frame, completely exposed to the elements. This is going to need to be sorted. And what's that famous saying? Measure twice, cut once. Unfortunately, not today. Having a look at this front door, you can see there's glue residue, there's scratches. It's a mess for that homeowner. And believe it or not, this is the same property, it's happened twice. Looking at this rear door, you can see it's actually a manufacturing fault. It's debonded, it's going to need to be fully replaced. Absolute pain for the homeowner. Checking out the handles, been absolutely butchered by that brick acid. These need to be replaced. And just look at the presentation of that. This needs to be tidied for the homeowner. We've got poor decoration on display. And just checking out this drainage cover. Yep, that ain't secured. So it's a 4-bedroom property. Let's get into this one and see what we can find. Straight away on the front elevation, you can see that we've got mortar staining absolutely everywhere. The presentation's poor. It's got to be better for the homeowner. Moving around side elevation, you can see that the bay has no flashing, no sealant. Absolutely insane. This has got to be sorted out. Moving around the side elevation, you can see that the waste pipe and the solvent pipe needs to be sealed. Them cuts are left open. This needs to be dressed. Moving inside the property, you can see that the basin taps are loose. This needs to be nipped up. And doing that basic plumbing check on the shower enclosure, you can see that the water is just pouring through the side of the enclosure. And we've got a cheeky decorative repair. We've got a 4-bedroom property here. It's a 5-star builder. Let's get into it. Doing the basic joinery checks, you can see that the handrail is not even secured to the spindles. This is required for stability. Looking closely at the handle sets, you can see that they're kind of tapered, not got an equal offset. We've got paint all over the ironmongery grid. We've got missing fixings. It's just got to be better, guys. Checking the handle sets, you can see that this one has completely popped through the fixing. It's going to need to be replaced. We've got a really poor decorative finish on them window boards. Just check them nosing details out. And this is meant to be professionally cleaned. Look at the state of this property. It's absolutely filthy. Checking out the bath, we can see a split silicone seal. This needs to be addressed immediately. Check that out. This is a 6-bedroom property and we must admit this was finished superbly, but we still found issues. Doing the plumbing check, you can see that we've got water pouring from the underside of that shower enclosure. That needs to be addressed. Moving on to the shower bar, let's just do a little test on this. And yeah, looks like a garden sprinkler. Quick nip, quick fix, shouldn't be finding it at this stage. A little more serious of an issue, it's likely to be done for air testing, but this is inadequate fire stopping in this area. Looking to the underside of the sink unit, you can see we've got expanding foam everywhere. It just looks poor. This needs to be dressed much better. Checking out the vented soffit through the bedroom, you can see that it isn't engaged into that fascia correctly. Now this is going to need to be adjusted. Moving externally, you can see that we've got damage to the stone header. This is going to need a professional repair. And just looking up the elevation, you're not going to want to be doing this at this stage, but that needs a little bit of soffit. It's a 3-bedroom property, let's get into it. Straight away in the front elevation, you can see we've got a crack straight through that header. This is going to need to be rectified. We've got a damaged channel drain cover, it's covered in mortar, needs much improvement for the homeowner. Moving into the rear garden, you can see that we've got mortar deposits, we've got staining, this needs to be tidied. And look at this line through with these copes, what on earth has gone on there? Come on, this can be better. Moving into the property, we're doing a basic plumbing check and we're coming across leaks. This should be checked, it should be sorted. Moving upstairs, we've got the laser out and you can see that the shower tray is 12mm out of level. Now this could have been adjusted, it could have been perfect. Moving into the loft, we're checking the vent ducts and this hasn't been installed correctly. This needs attention. Queried the numbers of fixings in the floor because we're unsure of the manufacturer. And we're missing fixings off the door handles. Come on. We're now over at a stunning 4-bedroom property. Let's get into it and see what we can find. Straight away you can see a poor finish to this garden wall. This is going to need to be improved for the homeowner. Moving inside the property, you can see we've got poor finishing around the pipework entry. It's a quick fix, but let's get it tidied. Let's check out this joinery standard. As you can see, it's not looking great. We've got poor angles on that handrail. This needs to be altered, fixed and tight and secure. Moving in, you can see that we've got a large gap to the rear of the toilet pan. This is due to the half-height wall not being plumb. Going to need a seal on that. And you are not going to believe this. Just check them wall tiles. Completely debonded, hanging off the wall. They're all going to need to be taken off and completely retiled. One final little check inside the bathroom. You can see that we've got a hole right behind the electric shower. Come on, guys. This one's a little bit different, guys. It's an end of warranty inspection. As you can see, we've got a bit of a mess on our hands, so let's get into it. Checking that brickwork straight off the bat. We could see straight away, we could see it from ground level. It's got massive undulations. This is 30mm. Looking around the base of the property, you can see we've got protruding nails. These are going to need to be removed and repaired. Again, checking another section of the brickwork, you can see it's even worse than the first one. It's actually insane how much this is out. We've got some mortar repairs that need to be taken care of. Even checking on the lower levels. Check it out, it's absolutely insane, these things that we're finding. It's so important to capture these now. We continue to look around and we find a crack through that stone sill. Now this is going to need to be sorted off the developer. We've got a nice waterfall feature because the guttering's not connected correctly. We've got a vented soffit installed, but for whatever reason, it's just backed on ply, so it's absolutely pointless.